Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back to iAllegedly. Hope everybody's well. Today, we're going to talk about Senate Bill 4227, which is the expansion of the Eidl program. And before we get into it, you know the rules. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel. Share this with all your friends and colleagues. We're going to cover some cool stuff. I've really researched this thing, and we'll give you my opinion on if it'll pass, if it won't, and let's get into it. Senate Bill 4227 is another stimulus package bill, and what it's about is the EIDL program, and all anybody cares about is the grant provision, and I understand that. The stimulus right now is kind of on hold because the Senate is about to go on their summer break, and if this is not resolved within the next few days, we will get nothing, okay? So as far as the two programs that are out there right now, we have the HEROES Act by the Democrats, which is $4.3 billion, and the HEALS Act by the Republicans, which is $1 trillion. And as far as a new stimulus check, you've got 67% of the Republicans say, hey, let's give another stimulus check, and then you've got the Democrats at 92%. So there's going to be a happy medium. There's going to be a happy medium with the unemployment, but again, people are not getting that right now. So the new bill, this was submitted by Senator John Cronin of Texas and Senator Rosen of Nevada, and this was a bill to help, 4227, to help with problems they have with the EIDL program. The EIDL program has been a mess, and I don't care what anybody says. Oh, it's been great, it's been excellent. I've talked to so many people that have just been a disaster, and if you read the comments on the videos, you're going to get a real education of what people have been going through. But the way that this was set up was that it was ran through the SBA, through the FEMA division, and they expanded their loan operations so that they could, in fact, take EIDL, economic injury disaster loans, and then have an advance on the loan. The advance was something that people got, and it was supposed to get $10,000 within 3 days of their application. And I'm sure if 25 people would have signed up, this thing would have been no problem. But it was a mess from the word go, okay? And what this new bill proposes is a few things. Raising the cap on the loans from $150,000 to $2 million. Now, I've read horror stories after horror stories of big businesses that needed $500,000 to stay afloat and to fix everything. And furniture company out of New York, they got $157,000 and it's gone, and they can't get any more money, and now they're done. But the worst problem is that they're $157,000 in debt, guys. So, again, if you're going to borrow money during this time, do not borrow it unless it's going to solve every problem. There's no need to put out spot fires right now. You're the business owner. Negotiate with these creditors and back them off right now. You have to. And I know there's people screaming saying, oh, there's people that are all over me and I have to pay them right away. I understand, okay? But food, shelter, gas, the phone, things like that, your business expenses, everything can be negotiated right now. 100%. I don't believe otherwise, okay? So the new program would get the loans up to $2 million. The SBA made a few changes on the loan program, willy-nilly on their own, and Javita Carranza last month in Congress, or in front of the Senate subcommittee, admitted this, that she changed the program to an advance of $1,000 per employee, and cap the loans at $150,000. It's utterly ridiculous that was done, and it's destroyed several companies. Here's a little bit of trivia. You know that there was only one loan for EIDL written for $900,000. There was not $1 million loan. There was not a $2 million loan. There was one loan written for $900,000. That's crazy with all this money that's been out there, with all the fraud, with all the lies, with everything. And one company got $900,000 when it was started originally, and then they nixed that. So they're getting rid of the $1,000 per employee. The Senate bill calls for them to give everyone $10,000 if they applied for the loan and they were eligible for an advance. Now, it doesn't mean you have to take the loan. I know a lot of people that have gotten the loan and read it and said, this is insanity, I'm not going to agree to this. So the new Senate Bill 4227 would give everyone the $10,000 grant. Now, take a deep breath and take a step back. If you've already applied for the grant, then and you were given $3,000, then that means they would advance you the other $7,000, okay? Regardless of if you got the loan or not. For those people like me that got $1,000, they would advance us the $9,000 when this all comes together. Now, like anything else, it's ridiculous that to rely on this money, because this money is not here. And this has been out for about 10 days. They've been talking about this, and I didn't want to talk about it until it became real, and it's got to be decided right now. So you need to reach out to all your congressmen and all your senators for your state and let them know that you really want this to go through. Katie Porter's office in my district, people like that are on top of this. And, there's a lot more to it that I'll get into. It'll provide $100 billion to prop up the EIDL loans, and it'll give another $80 billion for the advances. They want to make this thing so that if small businesses if the SBA ever needs more money, then they can go out and they can get more money right away. Let me show you the bill real quick. We'll just scan it and give you an idea of what's in it. Well, here it is, Senate Bill 4227. The short title, it'll be Ensuring Increased Disaster Loans for Small Businesses, EIDL, Small Business Act. This is designed to increase the loan amount to $200 billion and make it so that advances will be for everyone that is eligible for the loan. If you are eligible for the loan, whether you have good credit or bad credit, you will be able to get the advance. No approval necessary. Shall provide an applicant with an advance under the subsection within 3 days. No additional amount is required. No additional paperwork. If you've already applied, you do not need to reapply again. This is huge. They're going to strike the $100 billion or make it strike the $20 billion and make it $100 billion for advances. So, this is huge. This should go through, and good luck to everybody. And there's a look at it. I'll include a link below so you guys can read Senate Bill 4227. Now, to me, this looks good. It looks like it has a chance of getting through and passing. It's got some realistic things involved in it, and some interesting trivia. The last time that there was a Senate Bill 4227 that was submitted to Congress, it was can you read that? Watergate Reorganization Reform Act from 1974, guys. It's the last time they had a Bill 4227 was about Watergate, the Attorney General, elections, and shenanigans. It's pretty interesting. I started reading that and got a little sidetracked to show my age. So anyways, a couple things about this that are worthwhile is the bill also requires the SBA to step up and do something that they have not been doing. And that is they need to have full disclosure during this time, because they've been aloof with giving answers on how many loans they've given out, who the loans have gone to, the amount of the loans and everything. And, we'll get back to you. And again, that Senate subcommittee was a month ago. And yes, we've got some PPP numbers, but it took a third-party company to put that information together and get that information to us so that we would have that information on the loans above $150,000. And if you ever scan that, there's a lot of companies out there that committed some serious fraud, lied about the number of employees they had. Hell is going to come down on these people. But anyways, a couple great things is that this new bill is going to require the SBA to submit a monthly report to the House and Senate committees, all of them, on the number of loans, the status of the disaster loan account, how much they have left, and allocations, undistributed, unallocated. If loans were approved and Joe Smith turned it down, they're going to have to come up with this. Now, think about this, guys. This seems kind of logical. It's like, hey, we lent you the money. We want to know where it went. And now they're going to do this. They're going to have to show all expenditures for every disaster out there. So if there's a new hurricane or there's something new, they're going to have to respond to that. They're going to have to say an estimate of when they think the money's going to be exhausted. So like the rest of us, they're going to have to work. Now, the problem that I have with this research that I did, and the most disturbing part of this whole thing, was the senators and the congressmen have found out that the SBA lied to us, and they used Rocket Mortgage to help assist with the EIDL loans. Okay, and you can say, oh, big deal, they went to a third party. No, the PPP program, you could apply through Bank X, okay? Rocket Mortgage had no business running anybody's credit or getting your information, for example. There is a lawsuit here in the state of California that I am the lead plaintiff or head of the class or whatever you call it for a class action lawsuit where they shared our information. And it's illegal, okay, to say the least. And that's part of the settlement that they just worked out last week for that case. So the SBA is going to have a huge problem on their hands if they did this. So one thing I did was when I applied for this, we had an email account set up and used that for the appropriations for all loans and information about this stuff. And sure enough, I'm getting loan offers now from this email account that I never got from before. So they're going to have hell to pay for that. I hope that this goes through. I will keep you guys updated on anything new that I find out. And it is coming quick and fast. And stay tuned to Senate Bill 4227. Good luck to everybody. This would mean that everybody that's applied already would get the grant. They would then open it up to new grant applicants. So you would be able to reapply if you didn't apply yet. If you've already applied, you do not need to reapply again. I want to emphasize that. It's written right in the bill, and this is great. So just hold on. Let's see what happens, and good luck to everybody. Like, share, subscribe. Share this with all your friends, colleagues, and everybody else. And please hit the bell so you can get notifications on everything that we do here at iAllegedly. Good luck to everybody, and I will see you very soon.